All right, welcome back to another CartoonSmart video tutorial podcast. Yet again, we're going to continue working on Cleavon's website, where he's going to sell pretty much anything he can possibly think of. Within reason, you got to understand that. Can I go ahead and just bring the browser window up in here to show people this is what the website is looking at right now. This is part 4 of our WordPress series, and I'm surprised. I thought by now we would actually just be done with the entire website, so I'm a little disappointed it's taken that long. But one thing, can I change that? Is that something that it seems just a little anticlimactic, just another WordPress site. Everything we've got here we can change. So let's go ahead and dive into the dashboard here. Sometimes they don't make it that obvious when you're first getting started with WordPress where to go for that. I tend to try to remember that you can go over here to slash and then WB. Remember slash, like slashing someone's tires. WB login .php will fill that in. I guess so. They do put it over here into the meta category, but that's something that we'll want to get rid of too, because I don't want everybody to just think that they can log into my website. So once we're back over this way, we'll put in the Cleavon, and then what was it? Just the password was Cleavon Rocks. Oh no! Don't tell people that. Oh, don't tell people that. So we don't want them to just kind of hack their way into the website. Okay, all right. So we are over here, and you said that you were going to help me out with some, before we even put the new theme in here, maybe look at some of the plugins that are free and everybody might want to tap into, and then we'll go into a theme that you recommend. It does cost a little bit of money, but you think it's well worth it. Yeah, I think so. So let's go, and plugins are one of the most powerful things about WordPress, I think, is that you can kind of tap into this giant community of people that have made ways to extend and improve your website. And this could be just all sorts of stuff. Integrations for other things like tracking with Google or Facebook, or, you can have number counters, things like that. So you could put a product out there and say that in 7 days the discount is going to expire, and it'll actually have a counter going down. I mean, it's pretty unbelievable, actually, and a wide range of things, security, all sorts of stuff. So to kind of get started here, you can go over here to plugins and then add new. And here are some of the ones that I guess WordPress just initially recommends here. This actually creates a user community. We use that on CartoonSmart.com now. Jetpack, I think this is one of the essentials. So let's go ahead and just kind of step our way through installing this. Is we going to get actually a Jetpack? Is that when you say add new, does it initiate like an Amazon checkout so that we're going to get that in the mail? No, it's just the name of the plugin. Well, already it's a little disappointing then, but okay, let's go to activate plugin. Oh, I thought I was in control over here. You're gonna, well, we the way that we Skype this, I can do anything from Florida that you can in your office in Georgia. Did people know that we're not actually in the same room together? I'm not sure what people think. Okay, so we've now got one plugin in here. Let's go ahead and get rid of the Hello Dolly one. Can we go ahead and just delete that? I don't know why I'm asking you that. Let's go ahead and get rid of it. I'm not sure why that comes in there to start. All right, so Jetpack. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the features, and this actually is put out by Automatic, who I suppose they own WordPress. This is the deal here. All right, so what we're going to do here is connect Jetpack, and all right, so I'll just hit that button. I believe, hopefully it won't show anything too sensitive with my other website. You've kind of given us the cinematic universe view as to other things that are going to go on in the CartoonSmart universe here. So what, you're going to teach real-time matches? Good luck with that. And all sorts of stuff. I didn't know you could put little emojis up here too. You must have a whole thing worked out in your head to remember what those are. I do actually. Okay, so jumpstart. Yeah, what are we? Let me go get the cables out of the car. No. Just click jumpstart. Okay, there we go. So that's not gonna my battery is running low. Oh, look at that. Here we go. All sorts of stuff in here that just that all happens through that one plugin, right? Right. So this is a really neat feature. When you post up when you make a new post or something, it can automatically connect to Twitter, your Google Pages, Facebook. One more that I'm. Oh, and I think it's LinkedIn is the other one. This will add a sharing button, all sorts of site stats that you get right away, related post to something. We might not want that, but all these you could toggle off. And these are just some of the features. And then look down here, it says, who is that person, by the way? Are they part of the website now? Or is that one of our team members? No. Okay, so just click on see the other 28 Jetpack features over here. And again, these are all kind of things that I think what Automatic realized, essentially WordPress realizes that it's kind of like a core bundle of things that are probably the most requested plugins. So instead of having to like install through 28 of these initially, now they just come in this nice single package. Shortcode embeds is a really cool one. If you click over here, you can see that they give you these neat little shortcodes for putting in things like Vimeo videos, and this is actually even the longer version of it. If you were to click on one of these, let's say you go to Vimeo, right? I'm still looking at your bookmarks over there. Yeah, why don't we just get rid of those? Okay, so yeah, they're pointing out that you can even just type in here, just with the opening and closing brackets, Vimeo, and then just the ID of it, and it will throw that in there. So all sorts of cool stuff like that. Let's point out. This is an important one down here, data backups. So this is not something that comes initially installed with the Jetpack plugin. It's an add-on feature, and it is actually one that you would need to pay for. But I tell you what, this is a great deal. I think for about $10 a month, what they do is they just constantly back up your website. So if you ever need to kind of roll back to however it was like a day or two ago, or even I think they have a couple plans where, well, we can even go over there right now. Where here it is. So look at this, for $55 a year or $5 a month, you get their kind of light plan. So that's 30 days worth of backups. The basic one, so $15 a month, you get. So this is real-time backup. So like immediately after you do something, it's kind of save that, and then automated restores. You can even go and restore to a completely different website. So you could have kind of your staging website, I guess would be the name of it, and then you could kind of test out installing new plugins and things like that. So kind of the bigger that your website gets, the more important something like that is. So for example, CartoonSmart.com, we do have a backup website, and anytime there's something major that I feel like needs testing, I'll just kind of clone the entire website off to that, install those plugins over there, test things out, and if everything checks out, head back over here to the main site and make those changes live. So it's something like a time machine a little bit, right? Yeah, I guess you could think of it like that. You're going to go off on the time machine thing, aren't you? Well, I was kind of thinking about it, but I mean, now is it too obvious now that I go and I talk about how great it would be to get in a time machine and maybe go back about 40 years to high school? Just hold off. Just table it. You can. It's such an easy thing for you to talk about. Well, I mean, just mostly. I wish that I hadn't. I wish I could have played that final game. I pulled my groin going down the, you know how the steps have that railing, and right before the first quarter, I was just sliding down that thing, and I hit the bottom and just did like a full split, and that was it for me. I had to sit out the whole game, and we ended up losing to Tennessee State. They're actually not it's not a high school from Tennessee. There just happens to be a local high school in Florida named Tennessee State. So I don't believe any of that. No, that's true. You can look it up. They closed down a few years back. So they moved to Tennessee is what happened. So what we're going to do now is let's step out of the plugins a little bit. I'm going to show. Well, no, step out of Jetpack, and what I'm going to show you is a couple more good ones that I think are important just off the bat to install. And if you scroll down here a little bit, let's see. I guess it's not on there. Let's look up. This is one I've been kind of tinkering with a little bit. Facebook Pixel Converter, I think is the name of it. Oh, let's just put in Facebook Pixel and see. No, now it really wants to fill that in, doesn't it? I hate it when it does that. Me too, which is kind of getting ahead of itself, isn't it? Okay, so let's see. I believe it is the one that... well, obviously there's a few, but this is the one that I've got installed. That could be good marketing right there, good branding. He says this is the one recommended by Facebook, but who knows if that's actually true or not. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and activate the plugin. And what this does is, let's go over here and just, I know we haven't even really made a new post yet, but let's actually start with a new page. And I'll click on the settings as well while I'm doing that. What this does is it allows you to insert into the header of any page Facebook's tracking code. So it looks like this kind of big chunk of crazy JavaScript, and then you're gonna have to click on enable over here. But that means that then what you can do is go over to Facebook's ad manager and see how many people have hit up that page, and then if you want to advertise to those people, you can using a Facebook ad. And you might think, well, I'm not at the stage that I'm ready to start advertising to anyone in particular, but you can still start to build up that audience for later on. So it is kind of neat in the sense that you are advertising to a person, not just kind of taking a stab in the dark with, for example, a pay-per-click type ad where you put an advertisement on, selling big tractor rigs or something like that in whatever, Orlando, right? So with this, you can kind of tell if, oh, well, this is somebody that already made it to the website, they're interested in my product, and now I'm going to place an ad to them. And you can even kind of narrow it down to like a specific time if they've been within the past 30 days, 90 days, or whatever it is. And I recommended this to my brother-in-law because, as we've explained before, he owns a pizza place. So you could basically, you could say something like, well, if the person has been within the past 5 days to the website, that probably means what, they were interested in pizza 5 days ago or something like that, and maybe they're hungry again and would like to, reorder a pizza. So, and over here in the settings for this, you can determine what places you would like basically this box, the one that I just showed you over here, to occur. So a lot of plugins will do something very similar to this, where they will basically append or add on an area to a page, and you can fold it up and down for you to kind of, again, have that extra functionality. Woo, you actually talked a lot for once. It's amazing. Okay, yeah, all right, I'll think about doing that. Thanks. I wasn't really looking for you to yay or nay that. Let's head back over here to add new. Boy, when you don't have many plugins, it sure loads the page fast. Duplicate post is another one I just thought of that's important. This will allow you to basically clone any poster page, and it's amazing that functionality is not built in, but let's go ahead and activate that plugin. And we should kind of along the lines of thinking about tracking your users and things like that, we should put in some sort of plugin for Google Analytics. And I believe my theme, careful how you spell that. I believe my theme includes in this, but yeah, it enables Google Analytics on all pages. Let's go ahead and just take a stab in the dark and try this one. I don't believe, again, that I'm using this particular plugin, but it probably, let's see, BD2, well, it'd be nice actually is if the plugin, I'm just going to go do another test page over here. The plugin would keep the same. I'm not seeing it. Oh, here we go. Go to view details on this. Some of these plugins you do actually need to view the details on. Go over here to the installation. So we've done these first two steps, activate it, and it says add the web property ID from Google Analytics. So they're giving you an example here to the settings, admin settings, Google Analytics. So let's go find that. That would be over here, settings, and there it is, Google Analytics. Okay, all right. So, and who knows? Maybe I actually do have this installed. So this is just your, basically your ID that you get from Google, and this is a free service that I love that word free. By the way, anytime you say free service, I kind of a lot of times I'll nod off, and then I perk right back up, and I go, oh, what did he say about free? Right. So there's no harm in doing this. If you're running a website, go ahead, get over there to google.com/analytics, sign up for a free account. You probably even already have some sort of Google account with Gmail, Google Pages, and stuff like that. So connect whatever you got, and just get this ID, and then you can like really start to get these amazing statistics on who your visitors are, what age they are. I mean, Google knows so much stuff. It's awesome as a purveyor of all things on the internet, but it's also a little creepy at the same time. Yeah, there could be many movies made about that. Do you think somebody ever will make a movie about a company that has perhaps gotten too big for their britches and is just trying to track everybody and wants to kind of control the world? Do you think that would be a good plot? Maybe some sort of the CEO would be like a villain at the same time? Yeah, there's been like 10 movies this year about something like that. Interesting. Could we maybe spend some time just maybe going over some of those movies in one of these podcasts? No. Well, that would probably be more interesting than what you're doing right now. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? We're almost at the 20-minute mark over here. Look at this counter. So why do you show the counter on there? It's just because I've got all these other icons over here. I'm working on a laptop. If I had a bigger screen, actually, all this stuff would get pushed off to the side. Yeah, but there's got to be some sort of screen capture software out there that lets you hide something like that. There is, and I actually have it. It's just that I kind of know a lot of the hotkeys for this particular one, so I don't know, and I don't mind it up there. So sometimes I think it's a good visual reference for me to just be able to see, well, okay, we've talked a little bit too long. Yeah, I'll say I really was about to. I was actually starting to make a hammock back here. I had the two poles together, and I was threaded together some yarn to make the actual hammock, and it has taken you so long just to get through so much of this. And again, I just want to reiterate how disappointed I am that I don't already have the website up. If I were to go to it right now, it's the same thing that it was at the beginning of the tutorial. Look at that. It's nothing. Oh, wait, they added all that. Well, maybe you did do something. Oh, look, we got one little bump. Is that a half a zero? Is that what it is? So like a little baby came to the website. They were just typing in stuff and they managed to make it there. Okay, well, I'm going to get out of here. And did you want to mention that people can go to CartoonSmart.com for things that don't involve Cleavon talking on the microphone? Yeah, I guess so. Why not? We did teach people probably a little something today, so hopefully we've earned the credit, which a lot of times we don't actually. I'm usually embarrassed actually by the end of these video podcasts to even mention the website. Yeah, you are, but you kind of just have to embrace the fact that I'm one of your best friends now, and I'm going to do anything I can in this world to help you out and get some extra sales on the website. I know you could use them. It looks like you're not even wearing pants today. I thought you said that you were in Florida and we were Skyping this thing together. Oh, yeah. Well, I maybe have cameras set up all over the place. Okay, all right, we're going to get out of here today. Bye.